in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
They go option right on second and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 20. Seven-yard line.
Oh, I forgot.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first down throw here for Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. First down, Rivers. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. off the play fake here. Rivers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 1st and 10, Rivers caught by Gates, left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Going on?
Working out of the gun, Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. Second. Second and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Chris Ivory, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are in for 6. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Rocket! Hey, Hunt!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rivers on first down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. Oh, another one. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's a first down run with Collins. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
No, check.
On second down, Collins. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. This is going to be incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on first down. Rivers. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play motion. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Start by running the option to the right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the first play of the drive lost.
Hello.
Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, eluding the tackle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd down, Rivers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Hello.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something
Hey, you
more
got
important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd
What you
file
say, Gil?
away because I'm going to use their
Talking to
aggressiveness against them
Sonny.
as this game goes on.
Yeah,
We're gonna
bye.
screen soon.
Let's see that deal.
And they need to work to at least get some of
What
this
up, Wade?
yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, Cran.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Cran.
It's Williams. And way up past the 30.
Where Cran at?
Before he's taken down. That
Not
one
on mic.
goes for 24 yards. Rivers now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers for the sideline. That's taken in by Allen. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Over the middle, and it's caught.
Yeah.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
Those faster passes when they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback?
Yeah.
Chris Shaw.
This might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the
You
deflection.
got on that duty, Cash.
Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard the receiver can't handle it.
Fucking niggas up last night.
The defenders are grabbed as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Oh yeah, Craig, you gotta get ready for this matchup this weekend, bro.
And this completes to Henry.
Call of Duty.
Tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice
We're gonna do a game. We're gonna do a game battle, TDM.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple.
Oh,
Key
come
to
on,
the
bro.
drag
This is
route,
you
letting the
dropping
play
whoever
develop,
it
finding the hole
It's
in
you,
defense, and giving
it's
your
you,
offense
Joe Dog, Joe,
a chance to make something
and
happen.
Hayes
It's the ball
boy
in his hands.
To the
Yeah,
air.
so
versus
you
me
more money than him.
and Killer and Isaiah.
Say that. We finna drop y'all.
We about to beat the fuck out y'all. We about to beat
I'm
the
up.
fuck out y'all.
I'm up 2-0 on money already. No, 2-1 on money already. Drop them.
We about to fuck y'all up, boy.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a play fake here. On
Hey, what?
first
Hey,
down.
what?
Looking deep for
Lamar.
the 22. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I hate how this shit keep fucking echoing our voice.
Certainly a big reason why they have the lead, but now here 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lamar Jackson broke on this dude, dog. That shit was so cold.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far.
You did, you scored?
This will be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that shit was nice. Oh my god, dog.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Williams. And he's got the
That's
first
a
down
play
before
for
being
your
taken
ass,
down
dog.
at the 46. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
Dude, come on, Papa.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson, a cheat code, cuz.
Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the back
blitz coming, and down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On second down, Ivory. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now here come the Ravens. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it.
He talking shit. Don't matter. Somebody about to whoop. You know, when you play this week, it don't matter. Somebody about to whoop. You hear the kid?
And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know,
Where the rookie at? I mean, that big ass back. You got him?
Nah.
When you really want to go,
He not on the game? Or you not on this update?
go too fast when you really want to go at a nice slow
He was in the fucking free agency. 60-some overall.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Carry for Allen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now Allen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You supposed to have the permanent out there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
No, that's
And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Rocket.
Dude out there throwing all pigs.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah.
This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Get off me.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Defensively, they have their way in this, and that pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when a game's like this? You know, pretty much up. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two."
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. Now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Nigga just told you up, pussy.
And they get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. The Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rivers now on 2nd down.
Fuck him up. Oh, shit.
This is caught at the 20.
I thought I was on Humphrey.
Measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something
twice off that shit. If you gonna score twice like that in the slaughterhouse, you're stupid as hell.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Problem. See, he scored twice off that play. It's the only touchdowns he got. 2 touchdowns he got.
This is taken about 7 yards
off that double move. You don't run that shit with Julio, really.
Pick that shit off. At the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
Yeah,
The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Griffin going to throw it. He's going to rifle it.
Oh, bad throw.
It's intercepted. Derwin James with his first NFL pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception here, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Like, that was the man argument, dog.
For a Charger touchdown.
That's bad.
And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you...
Sorry.
Tell her to take her ass to sleep.
Don't be monitoring her
That's
sleep.
a long ass
Take your ass to
segment.
sleep. Excuse me? She said she can't even live her best life with you coming through the fucking phone.
Tell her she get my message.
Oh, he said it's good.
Tell her kid said for her to take her ass to sleep.
Into a game situation, and
Tell Killer to hush.
Tell her watch. Tell her watch. Tell her why she ain't posted.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this
I said kid.
Oh, yeah,
it's one thing to win.
No, I said kid.
no, not Killer, girl. I thought he said kid. He really take his ass.
Damn. Don't nobody respect kid.
God. Turn that beard ass shut the fuck up.
What is working with it?
You said what?
Tell her nappy head ass shut the fuck up.
Ain't no nappy head over here. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, your punishment is I'm gonna comb your hair. Your shit's nappy.
He said, shut your nappy head ass up. I said, ain't nobody here nappy over here. He said, well, your punishment, shut up if I comb your hair. Your shit nappy. I told you the other day, I comb your hair.
See over there running from the brush, running from the comb.
Kid said, your ass be running for the comb. What'd she say?
Shari said he got his motherfucking shit locked.
Oh my